extraordinary story of Royal Dutch Airlines started in 1919. Amsterdam hosted the first aviation exhibition and instantaneously convinced the Dutch of the need for aviation. Soon after, plans to start KLM became irresistible. Albert Plasman, the man who had shown such initiative and enthusiasm, was appointed the airline's first president.
De vraag zal en moet, kan niet anders, van de zeer grote invloed hebben.
A century of pioneering in the sky has begun. Less than 4 years in, we had already accomplished a great feat. Fokker built a plane to fly all the way to the East Indies, a memorable turning point. Fully equipped with a leather jacket, goggles, a life jacket, and a stove for warm water, the flight was a major undertaking. KLM connects people one destination at a time. As was the 21st of May 1946, this was the day that KLM showed its resilience. An enormous airplane appeared from behind the low buildings at Schiphol, with its nose aimed towards the skies. This was the departing Skymaster on its first journey to New York. Even the KLM crew actively contributed to global connectivity. The scrapbook of former stewardess Mieke Hofvorst-Klopper is a prime example in which all continents are connected through countless memories. KLM Blue carries a warm-hearted feeling across the globe. KLM Blue instills the feeling of coming home. Olympic athletes. Not only does KLM connect the Dutch to the world, it brings the world closer to the Netherlands.
Goedemiddag KLM, welcome KLM. I'm a bit in the mist, but I'm here, I promise you. Ik zal het in het Engels doen, want er zijn heel veel internationale gasten. Welcome guests of KLM. Black and white, maybe like this. Hello. Here I am. This is a really special day. And it's a special day because KLM exactly today is 100 years old. 100 years of beautiful stories of innovation. The first in-flight magazine, you've seen it all. The first one to fly from Europe to New York. The first with a joint venture with an international other company. And now on October 7th here in Amsterdam, in this hangar number 10, we're going to celebrate it. And what we're going to do here, we're going to celebrate two occasions. We're going to celebrate the fact there's a special book about 100 years of KLM, and people are really excited about that one. There's the 100 Delft Blauw house is going to be presented. And I know that people here in this holy hangar who are really actually have their birthday now. Where are you guys? Who has the birthday today? Oh, there's one! Congratulations to you as well. So, I'm going to give the floor to the Senior Vice President of Air France KLM Benelux, Mr. Harm Kreul.
Dames en heren, een heel hartelijk welkom hier in hangar 10 op Schiphol. Het hart van onze wereldwijde operatie. We hebben een aantal internationale gasten en daarom ga ik nu over in het Engels. As I was saying, a heartily welcome to all of you here in hangar 10 at Schiphol, the heart of our worldwide operation. Thank you very much for coming so massively to our birthday. I know that many of you on this first business day of the week, the Monday, have busy schedules, and many of you are also frequent flyers. Frequent flyers on KLM, on Air France, spending more time sometimes in the aircraft than at home. And yet, on this first business day, you have chosen to be with us to celebrate. That gives me a very warm feeling, and I thank you for that. Born on October 7, 1990, makes us completing a centennial today. This is not just a jubilee. If you come to think of it, 100 years, being the first airline in the world operating under its original name to comply 100. This is something which is unique if we consider that our home market, however very beautiful, close to my heart, is small with only 17 million inhabitants. We do not have a domestic network. Me and my colleagues, we have arranged for a few buses to drive in the country, but we don't fly. Despite the fact that we do not have the domestic network, that we have a relatively small market, we've been able to reach 100 years healthy and in good spirit. It's entrepreneurship and hospitality. It's a truly Dutch heritage. All inhabitants of the Netherlands have KLM close to their heart. Sometimes that results in criticism, very often constructive criticism. But it also is pride. Everyone has a little bit of pride for KLM. And that's why we do not want to celebrate only today with you in the hangar, but in fact with the whole nation. And this morning we kicked off with an enormous birthday campaign. And I got some apps this morning and the website is booming. It's a huge volume, there's a huge response. So everybody can celebrate and benefit from our birthday today. I myself had my birthday a few months ago. And Peter Elbers, our CEO, this morning delivered a speech in which he was referring to the fact that when he woke up, his son was wearing a t-shirt with blauw on it, blue, and it touched his heart. I also got a t-shirt a few months ago, and my son gave it to me and it said, the older you get, the better you were. Thank you. For KLM, it's different. The older we get, the better we become. We are investing 3 million euros every day. Every day, 3 million euros in our product, in our service, in our fleet, in the digitization, in order to build and keep a very good product at a competitive price, in order to be able to attract you as our customers. And we will keep on doing that in the future, because we have 100 years ahead of us. 100 years is a big thanks to our professional and dedicated staff all over the world, but also a big thanks to our loyal customers. And there are many, many Flying Blue members, Platinum members, Gold members, Silver members among us, and I thank you for your loyalty. We do not take that loyalty for granted. I'm very much aware, we are all very much aware at KLM that we have over 100 competitors at Schiphol. So if you have to make a flight, many of you will take a flight this week, you have a choice. And we realize that we have to deserve that choice. We have to work hard 24/7, 365 days a week with 33,000 KLMers, 81,000 Air France KLMers around the globe in order to earn your preference. Because it is the loyal customer base which is probably the most important asset of a company. And worldwide we have many frequent flyers. But only in the Netherlands we reached a number of over 2 million a few months ago. And that is 25% of our workforce, and that's a solid base for our future. Now, in my job, I have a lot of contacts with frequent flyers, with travel agents, with tour operators, corporate accounts. And very often I ask them, why do you fly KLM? Of course, the network, the frequencies, the schedules, the services. But then they say very often, you know, when we are boarding a plane in a faraway place, be it Hong Kong, Manila, Sao Paulo, and when we board the plane, we still have 10, 12 hours to go, but we already feel at home. We are welcomed in our own language, Goedemorgen. We can read Dutch magazines, we catch up on the latest news, and we have a cup of Douwe Egberts coffee on board. It gives them the feeling of being at home. And I know that this is also something which is experienced by our international guests, our international customers. Now we have made a new brand movie, and I'm about to show it to you. And let's say the home feeling, the feeling at home that we want to give to our passengers is very nicely depicted in the video. May I invite you to have a look at it. It will go live tonight on national television, on international television. So herewith, I give you the scoop. Thank you.
I know what you feel because I saw this commercial this morning for the first time, and I have to say I'm a consumer, of course. So it was like almost emotional. What happens to you when you look at a commercial?
Vliegen is emotie, dus toen ik het de eerste keer zag, when I saw it for the first time, I was touched and emotional with it, and the message underneath, I think it's really reflecting the spirit and the DNA of KLM.
I have really an important question for you, Peter. In Dutch we say, wat gaat er door je heen?
Ja, zo'n voetbalmomentje.
What happens to you when you see all this? Wat gaat er door je heen?
Well, it's enormously impressive. The fact that we turn 100 years today, the first commercial airline in the world reaching 100 years operating under its original name is really special. And to be here today with relations, customers, guests, dignitaries, it's really very, very special.
And all those people who have helped to create this.
Well, at the end of the day, a company can only become 100 years by great staff and loyal customers. And I think at KLM we have an ability to connect these two, our great staff with our customers. De verbinding tussen onze loyale en onze trouwe klanten en ons personeel maakt het uniek.
We go to our first official moment, ladies and gentlemen. Because,
Sorry.
Yeah, you're the president.
Maybe we use this moment also, I think it's very important. This whole event has organized by KLM colleagues. They have worked relentlessly to do it. I would like to give them a big round of applause. Een groot applaus voor alle KLM's die dit gedaan hebben.
And then, you're totally right. And then something special. Because a special book was being created for KLM 100 years. And the creators are sitting over there. I would like to have applause for Friede Ogier, Bram Bouwers and Dick Jansen. And now, to create a special moment, I would like to invite two further men at this point. From your management team, I would like to have here the Managing Director and Chief Operations Officer, René de Groot. And Managing Director and Chief Financial Officer, Erik Swilheim. Management team. And then you think, who can you hand over that special book to? And there's only three options, we thought. And those three options are coming outside because it's former CEOs, great men. I would like to invite and give them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Pieter Bouw, Leo van Dijk, and Peter Hartman. Kijk, the senior of course, Mr. Bouw, I think you should stand in center. And Mr. Van Wijk on your right hand side, because the senior of course is always center. And because you're a senior, we're going to present the book to you first. And Pieter, mag ik je uitnodigen? Mr. Elbers, can I invite you to hand over the first book, the Welcome Board Centenary book?
Dankjewel. Thank you. It's my pleasure to hand over the first book, het eerste boek, de eerste uitgave van het officiële KLM jubileumboek. Welcome aboard an eeuw KLM. The first edition, I'll hand over to you, Peter Bouw, as the oldest, still living, former, most senior, still living KLM president. Yes!
Aan de heer Leo van Weg. And maybe you want to say something as well. Weet je, come open it up so I can... Yes.
Nou, een enorme eer om dit boek aan Leo van Wijk te mogen aanbieden. Leo, ik ben blij dat je gekomen bent.
Here you go. A great honor.
Het is een fantastisch moment om die 100 jaar te kunnen meemaken en daar ook deel van te hebben uitgemaakt. Ik ben er trots op.
He's really proud. I'll translate really quickly. And then, last but certainly not least, René de Grote, Mr. Pier Hartman. Maybe you want to say something to Pier as well?
It's an honor to deliver this three of those guys. Such a pass for our company. It's great to have them here and present them the book. So thank you all for being here.
Thank you. Yes. Mr. Hartman?
Impressed and honored. Great.
Impressed and honored. I'll make that so we can make a great picture of these 6 beautiful men. Thank you. Give them a hand. Yes. And maybe you can join them, ladies. Yes, join them. Yeah. And maybe in between, just mingle a bit. Yes, mingle up. Blue and blue colored all together. That's big one family, yes. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And then look at the photographer, he's got his picture. Oh yeah, lower up, yeah. Oh yeah. Are you satisfied? He's satisfied. Thank you so much, thank you all, thank you. 100 years of KLM, 100 years of history. And you see, Peter is coming up because I'm honored to present to you the Minister of Finance, a big hand for Mr. Wopke Hoekstra.
Hoekstra.